Hey boys, back with another creamer review. This time we're going to do something a little, pardon my French, avant-garde. I'm going to, rather than actually review a specific product, I'm going to try to describe it in a way that makes you feel like you're there. Now, normally, a sane person would have a script to do this. Like, I'm going to try to make it like a kind of long, a little bit more drawn-out type of deal. Because I don't really know how to describe this. Sorry, my fingers were in the way. The scent or flavor. I'm going to try to describe Old Spice high endurance, Pure Sport high endurance flavor antiperspirant / deodorant. This. Well, I have a couple of things before I even describe the scent. First of all, as it turns out, apparently, according to the Old Spice reviews online, they've recently changed the formula, and everyone's. This guy's deeply saddened. This guy says it bleached his shirt, which that's pretty sad, I guess. But okay, so bleach his shirts, whatever. Who cares? Other thing is, I don't really understand this. Maybe I should have researched this before I started the video. What's up with all the things I can find online on this are deodorants, and that makes sense to me. Hold up, because let's see. I think I have an extra deodorant here. Hold up. Like, for example, I have this Degree Men's, this is, it's not, okay, see, this is even more confusing. This is just an antiperspirant. This is an antiperspirant and deodorant. Okay, I can't find any, like, those are the only two deodorants I have, I guess. But, if we check out this, just a deodorant, what's up with that? Is it weird? Do I have, like, am I a very special person for buying antiperspirants? Is that like an abnormal thing to buy antiperspirants? Like, am I abnormally sweaty or something? I don't think so. I think I'm a pretty average guy in a lot of aspects. So I don't know what's up with that, man. But apparently all of the ones online are, but I assume they smell the same. So all the reviews, Amazon reviews are pretty good. The Target ones, which the Target one is the correct one. So I'll pick you guys up again. It's this one. It's pretty good. It's kind of expensive, actually, just for one stick. Amazon has a 2-pack for an absolutely crazy price. But whatever. This is also the original, I guess. Can't find the price on this one. Doesn't matter. Anyway, you can get them on sale for a lot cheaper than that. So I would not pay full price for this. But so, describing this flavor or scent, very hard for me. I mean, it smells, I guess I could just like read the back and tell you what it says. It doesn't really say anything useful. I mean, it just kind of smells nice. This just says Pure Sport Fresh Original Arctic Force. Those are just the flavors they have. I'm going to see if there's anyone who has described the scent before I try to get some inspiration. I mean, it just says mild. I mean, it's just a nice scent. I can't really describe it because I'm not I've discussed this before in my shampoo video. I'm not a flavor expert, so I can't really describe things too well. So instead, I'm going to try to put you in a situation. Imagine, if you've ever gone camping, imagine going camping. You're out in the woods. Perhaps you've just gone on a hike. Now, of course, putting yourself in that situation is fairly easy because you might have done something. You've probably gone on a hike. You've probably camped before. I assume most people have probably done those things at least once in their life, or been in the forest at all. If you've ever been in the forest, you can probably imagine what it smells like. Now, imagine a very light rain occurred maybe 2 days ago. So it's a little musky, maybe, and you get, let's say, now you're a teenage boy. And you have, smells kind of nice, musky in there, and then you go back to your tent or, you know, the place you met up at, and there are plenty of other teenage boys with you. And one of them is very sweaty, and he takes out a stick of an unidentifiable stick of something and rubs it on his armpits. And now you're in this forest. It's a very musty smell. It smells like outdoors. And then on top of that, additionally, you have a man who has applied regular Old Spice You can kind of smell them. He's like 10 feet away that way. So you kind of get whiffs of it every once in a while. But it's mainly kind of this like foresty type deal on like hiking and you're kind of naturey and maybe, that sort of thing. And you got like normal Old Spice. If you never smelled normal Old Spice, here's another thing. I can describe that. If you've ever been in a locker room before, pretend like there wasn't Axe spray everywhere 10 minutes ago, and that's what Old Spice smells like. Basically, if you had any locker room ever in existence and nobody ever sprayed Axe there, it'd probably smell like Old Spice. So imagine those two scents, the forest thing I described, and then on top, and then as a base flavor, if you've never smelled the boys' locker room before, take that scent, combine it with the forest hiking thing, you can kind of get this nice, airy, sort of, maybe slightly lighter than the original flavor. I think that I think it smells nicer. I personally love the smell of like a forest after rain. I'm a big fan of rain. Even like if you're in the city and it's like a concrete type deal, I'm a really big fan of that. I think this really, that's not what it's advertised. It's advertised as pure sport, whatever that means. It's like completely random. It has no meaning. Like you just throw some words on a thing and call it a flavor, right? So I think that's kind of the best way to describe it. I don't know, maybe there's a better description online, but as far as I can tell, there's not really anything. So hopefully this review, if you're thinking about buying this and you've never been to a Walmart and you're just going to buy it, or a Target in your life, you can't pop open the thing and sniff it yourself, perhaps my description really helps you out with your sensory journey. I gave you a sensory journey, and now you feel comfortable buying this product or not. I recommend it. I think it's alright. It's a little pricey. Like I said, you could probably wait till it goes on sale, honestly. I would assume something like this might go on clearance every once in a while. I wouldn't hold your hopes out too much. It's just deodorant. Most of them smell pretty good. You're not really gonna go wrong with that sort of thing. But I am a big fan of this scent. It's kind of, it claims 24 hours. I think this thing is probably pretty close. You really only need it for like 14 or 20, somewhere in there anyway. So, it covers pretty well, I'd say. First couple hours of the day, if you ever like do one of these, you get a little nice whiff of it. I don't really get any right now. I put it on this morning. It's been maybe, let's see, I probably put it on at 9. It's like 1:15 right now, a.m. So that's like 3 plus 1 plus 12. That's like 16 or so hours, and maybe if I I don't smell anything. Okay, maybe it's a scam actually, but I don't smell any sweat, so actually maybe the Anti-Perspirant's still working, but the Old Spice part isn't. So I'd say pretty good deal overall. Really keeps me smelling nice all day long. Not really nice, but not bad, which is in a way nice, isn't it? Okay.